Now, the big question after the abrogation of 370, the changes that it has brought, is whether the National Conference could ever be in political business with the BJP again. Let us remember that Farooq Abdullah and his son were allies of the Vajpayee government. I know
Yeah.
this is a very different context, but politics is the art of the possible. And as you said, Dr. Saib, Dr. Abdullah has always known that anybody in Jammu and Kashmir needs a cooperative relationship with whoever is in government in Delhi. That's just the nature of the beast. Before we come to how father and son may see things differently, it's something you address in your book. Do you believe that Farooq Abdullah, who has met with Prime Minister Modi, who has friends across the political spectrum, who has been a partner of the NDA before, could be a formal partner of the BJP again?
Let me try and explain this, Barkha. There was a time, after his release, Delhi was very keen to get him to Delhi. And he took his time, being Farooq. He didn't come. They wanted him there in March, and he ultimately came only in July. That's the way Farooq functions. And but I'll tell you one thing, because whenever he came to Delhi, almost always we met, and we chatted, and we chatted about various things. And I can tell you that there was a period, let's say 20 to 23. I wouldn't know the exact dates now, when he was quite willing to do business with the BJP, if it was on reasonable terms. But it didn't
After the
happen as far
after the
after the
abrogation. So this
after
is a
the
very big
abrogation.
statement. You're saying Farooq was willing to do business with the BJP after the abrogation.
Yeah. There's a certain period I'm talking about, 20 to 23. Then you see what happens, and I'm saying 23 because I think the basic point is that when Rahul started his Padyatra, then Farooq's mind began to change. He saw a youngster who he felt, could change India. And he had a lot of, this exactly what you're showing now, that hug, which Rahul Gandhi gave him after they walked together. Farooq specially called me up and said, it touched me so much. And that's after that is what the India Alliance came up. And then that possibility of doing any business with the BJP faded away. But I tell you something else very interesting. Before the
No,
results
but
came out,
why didn't that work out? That time period when he was willing to do business with the BJP, why do you
I
think it
don't
didn't work
know.
out?
I don't know, because I don't know what government is up to, and Farooq doesn't tell me everything. You know that. He doesn't tell anybody everything. I have to just, it's only guesswork. But I know, because he used to tell me, it made me laugh one day. He said, always keep your doors open to everybody. I said, sir, my doors are always open, but I don't know who's coming through those doors these days. So that's the sort of thing. Now, I'll tell you another story that, when the assembly elections happened, there were various views on what will the result be like, and this, that, and the other. There were people in Kashmir who said the NC and the Congress would get 50 seats. I said, no, that can't happen. That's too many. They said, you see what will happen. It will be 50 seats. But closer to the time of the results, there was a feeling in Delhi, and I think in the intelligence circles as well, that it may be 30-30, 30 to the NC and 30 to the BJP. Then what would happen?
Yeah.
Then there would be the same inevitability that Mufti Muhammad Saeed had to suffer. There would have been no other way out then. But fortunately for the National Conference, it got 42 seats. Because I know there were people in Delhi running helter-skelter at that time, looking for Dr. Saab. And I even called him at one stage. I said, there are people wanting to talk to you. He said, I'm not coming to Delhi. I can't come to Delhi. So he was biding his time and hoping that the national conference would do well. And it did well, and he was delighted. I think it was a victory for, of course, for Omar Abdullah, but it was a big victory for Dr. Saab. And it
Yeah.
was it was a victory for Kashmir also.
But from what you're describing, never say never, as Dr. Saab told
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
never say
Never say
never. So
never.
when we ask the question, could the national conference be in business with the BJP again? I think your answer would be who knows? Maybe.
Today, Dr. Saab is not prepared to do a deal with the BJP. That's the way I'll put it.
Okay.
Yeah, he would, because he's told me many times while in the course of while I was writing this book, he said, we've always been with the Congress and we will always remain with the Congress. He said, because my father told me that basically the Congress DNA is secular. So stay with the Congress, come what may. Now, there have been times, there have been compulsions, and it would, let me tell you, that having criticized Mufti Saab so much, and that criticism of Mufti hasn't stopped in the valley even today, Dr. Saab would find it very, very difficult. But then he's a practical person. He possibly would have done it.
Yeah.
Now,
And
even if Omar wants to do it, he can't do it. That's the
does Omar
reality of it.
does Omar want to ally with the BJP? I mean, he denies it on record. He strenuously denied it in the campaign.
He has
You
to
have
deny it. He cannot do it now. The numbers are such. You see, 30-30, yeah, he would possibly have to do it. 42 and 6 of the Congress, how can he do it now? He can't do it.